So cool. So let me share my screen. I want to go over a few cool things going on. So one, I want to go over, by now, all of you should probably know, can you all see my screen here with the Marketing Boost page?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So by now, everybody should know about the fantastic resorts that we are now featuring in Cancun, Mexico. So you know what I'm going to do here, guys? I'm going to do one more. Yeah, anyway, I'll just keep going. So we're super excited to be launching what we're calling now as featured resorts and we're going to be doing this in more and more destinations where when we do call it a featured resort, that's going to mean that we've got the ability to pretty much promise this hotel in this destination. If it shows up on the screen, you know, in other words, when we tell you we've got featured resorts available, they're going to be something that you're going to be able to market that destination with the hotel or resort brands. And so this is going to help you really make the offers stand out, be even more fantastic than they were previously. Because before, one of the biggest questions that all members of Marketing Boost have is, okay, well, what hotels are being offered and how do I know what my client's going to get, et cetera. So we don't have this available at every one of the 125 destinations that Marketing Boost offers today, but we're getting this in, we're working on this in some of our top destinations like, Las Vegas and Cancun. And then next we're going to see if we can get anything in Hawaii. We're looking for this in Orlando, some of the top destinations that we market. So right now, Cancun has jumped to the top. So if you are a marketer, obviously you wouldn't be here. You can feel really comfortable in promoting the Cancun destination with the featured resort. This one here is our newest with a AAA rated 4-diamond resort. It's the Fives in Cancun, our newest featured resort. And so here, let me just play this video here. If you haven't already seen this, guys, let's play it up. Let's get the audio on. Share.
Mexico, 5 nights at the 5-star Fives Resort. You're gonna love this beachfront paradise. Deluxe luxury accommodations, 7 outdoor pools, a world-class spa, and 15 incredible restaurants and bars. Plus, experience amazing activities from snorkeling and scuba diving to touring ancient Mayan ruins. This is a $1,294 value at one of Mexico's best resorts. Here's what others have said about their Fives Resort experience.
Our experience has been flawless from beginning to end, from booking to getting here to transportation to everything. It's absolutely wonderful.
Here at the Fives in Cancun, loving it.
This has been an incredible resort. It's absolutely immaculate. It's right on the beach. The service is incredible, and we have absolutely landed upon a 5-star hotel. We've had an extraordinary experience, and we can't wait to come back.
Beautiful beaches, outstanding service, great food. We've had a wonderful honeymoon vacation. Highly recommend it. It's just beautiful here.
Do not miss this. Book your 5 nights in Cancun Riviera Maya now.
All right. So this, guys, I don't know if you realize it by now or not, but you've got in your hands the most amazing customer draw card on the planet. Your membership with Marketing Boost gives you the ability to give away these complimentary hotel stays at destinations like we just showed you here. And we've now actually brought on, here's some screen, pictures of this resort, but we now have brought on the entire family of 5 resorts in the Riviera Maya area. So we now have the Fives on the beach, the Fives in downtown Puerto Playa, and we have the Fives in Puerto Morales, the couples only resort in Puerto Morales, all in the Riviera Maya area. So all 3 of those are going to show up as featured resorts, including a new one I'm going to cover in just a moment. We have the Crystal Resort in Cancun is now also going to be, you're going to have 4 featured resorts in Cancun that are all fantastic properties right on the, on the beach or like I said, downtown Playa del Carmen. And so again, super sexy, super incredible values for you to be promoting for your calls to action. So again, this was emailed to everybody. You all should have seen this email or look for it, where we cover all the FAQs. You know, what is it? What's the deal? What's it cost to activate? Is there a resort fee, etc.? And yes, there is in this resort. It's $32.50 per night resort fee, and the activation fee is $37.60. So it's about $320 or so to both activate it and pay for the taxes paid and the resort fee. But that covers them in, as you can see, a AAA 4-diamond resort valued at $1,200 to $1,500 or more, depending upon the time of year you get it. And there's some other amazing things about these new featured resorts in Cancun. Normally, we have a 30-day minimum requirement the calendar is typically blocked for the first 30 days because we require a advance notice of a minimum of 30 days for all of our destinations. Cancun is now opened up to only a 14-day minimum requirement window. So it's only 14 days advance booking notice, and the calendar is practically wide open. We've got the month of April for Easter is mostly blocked off, for Easter week, before Easter, after Easter. But other than that, most of the rest of the year is still wide open, other than Christmas and New Year's and Easter. So, I mean, you're going to be able to get, even some of our U.S. holidays currently are available. If you haven't gifted yourself an incentive yet, if you're a Marketing Boost member and you haven't given yourself one of these trips to test, I would highly recommend you give yourself the Cancun, Mexico trip, book your dates, be on your, take advantage of this promotion so you can really become an evangelist for our brand, for Marketing Boost. You'll believe in it and you'll be able to start using it. We also have some sample sales funnels on this page that came in your email that this is an example sales funnel that walks you through, here's an example of a company that's selling cleaning services. And so they tell who we are, what we do, about our services, and how, what they offer. And then we plug in the complimentary hotel stay in Cancun. Our travel partner, Redeem Vacations, has joined us to provide you with a complimentary hotel stay when you sign up for our cleaning services. So boom, become a client and get a complimentary vacation at the Fives Resort in Cancun. Book your walkthrough session now. And then, get a free resort stay, no timeshare price. So what I'm showing you here is a quick example of one way you might want to emulate this to build your own sales funnel. Or we also provide the services, by the way, if you're not aware, we offer via Automation Booster to build you sales funnels like this for you. So get your resort stay, no timeshare presentations, just pay only the resort fees and taxes. So we're showing you how to disclose, for example, they got to pay their own resort fees and taxes. Here's the video that we just played. When we make an offer like this, you might be asking about this bonus trip. Is this real? It sounds too good to be true. And then we provide links to our third-party review sites with thousands of reviews from SiteJabber, Trustpilot, YouTube, and so tell us. How can we do this? Well, we tell them it's actually quite easy. Redeem Vacations helps build relationships with our amazing relationships with hotels around the world. We help fill rooms that would otherwise be empty, and so on. So in this example, if you haven't already seen it, go look for that let we show the client, we overcome the objections for the client before they raise them, showing them just how easy it is to use. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So book your cleaning, select your travel dates, and go have fun. Simple as that. We even cover who should skip this offer, who should not use it. Well, if you fit into one of these boxes, don't worry about the offer, just pay full price when you're ready to travel. Well, who's that? Well, if you're extremely limited to when you can travel, if you can only travel on your birthday or your certain time of the year, this may or may not be for you because we offer an average of 32 weeks a year of availability for all of our destinations. And so if you can't be a little bit flexible, it may not work for you. We also say, if you can only stay at the Ritz, if you only stay at the Ritz or the Taj Mahal when you travel, this bonus offer may not be for you. So just, we're going to provide resorts that are 3, 4, or 5 bubbles based on TripAdvisor reviews. However, we can't guarantee a particular brand or hotel. Now, in the case of the Cancun destination, we are promoting and focusing on specific properties that they're going to get. So just a quick example of what we call a well-built sales funnel to get this done. So back on to that. Now I wanted to go to the Marketing Boost members page. When you log in here, inside your members page here. By the way, this banner right up on here, you can click here and see. I keep this updated if we've got any live events coming. I forgot to put this one tonight on here, but all of the podcast interviews that I've been doing recently are all published here. So if you're interested in learning, other ideas on how to use Marketing Boost, I cover a lot of that in these podcasts that you may want to listen to. So that's a quick click here right from your members portal. And I also want to point out in your resources tab, if you go to videos, here we've got these new properties. So for example, let's take a look at the new Crystal Resort that's part of the Cancun offer. So you can see here we have a members video and we have a customer video. What's the difference? The member video is if you're an affiliate. If you're an affiliate marketer and you're looking to bring on members, you're going to want them to see the members video because it covers details,
The Crystal Cancun Resort, another great resort offer to explode your bottom line. 5 nights on Cancun's.
This is again a video for when if you're an affiliate marketer or telling your friends, your businesses, so other business owners about the Mexico offer. You could do that, and then here you've got the Crystal.
Picture yourself in Cancun. It's easy. 5 nights on Cancun's largest section of beach. The Crystal Cancun Resort is a Caribbean paradise featuring deluxe accommodations, luxury panoramic pool, relaxing resort spa, plus amazing restaurants and bars. The Crystal Cancun Resort is walking distance to great shopping, exciting nightlife, and endless Cancun attractions. This is an $1,100 value in Cancun's best location. Here's what others are saying about their Crystal Cancun experience.
Beautiful room, beautiful.
So again, a great video for you to plug into your marketing efforts. This is in the heart of the hotel zone in Cancun. If any of you have ever been there before, you might know what I'm referring to there. So again, resource tab here and how to use Marketing Boost. Simple, and get to all kinds of resources available to you there. So now let's get to the nitty gritty we came to tonight, which is provided by Marketing Boost Solutions. Let me give a plug here to our sponsor, marketingboostsolutions.com, where we're promoting what we call here the My Messenger CRM and the Social Lead Connector. These are 2 new softwares that we are launched to our Marketing Boost members. And the whole purpose of this is to help you. Okay, so you got Marketing Boost now. You're a member for $37 a month, or maybe you paid the annual fee. By the way, quick reminder now that we're talking about annual memberships or not. When you give away these Cancun trips, you can earn as much as $15 per certificate that you give away that is activated. So we pay a commission for activations, and you can earn up to $15 each if you're getting more than 20. I believe it's 24 or 20 activations a month. So if you're not an annual member, you're leaving money on the table, because I've written checks as much as $8,000 and $10,000 a year to different business owners that have produced that much in activation fees alone. So the investment of $347 for the annual membership is next to nothing if you're going to be sending out these incentives on an ongoing basis, where you're going to get paid back that investment plus a whole lot more if you're become a high volume marketer. So you want to become an annual member. So back to our sponsor, Marketing Boost Solutions. We're going to cover a little bit about these 2 amazing softwares. I've got the developer for the software on the line with us, Alak Gandhi. He'll be available for questions. Say hello, Alak. There you go.
Hey guys, how are you?
He is my partner on this. I've partnered up with him to bring these products exclusively to Marketing Boost members. And we'll jump into. So what can you do with we'll kind of go through this page real quick to show you what you can do with it. And then we're going to go through some live demos of exactly what this does. So this is essentially a Facebook Chrome extension that you download, upload it, keep it on your, like you can see up here, I've got them right up on my screen on the top, and open up my Chrome extensions. And with this said, I can go out and I can solicit and scrape, I can find leads on the internet, start conversations with them, create a messenger conversation sequence, and keep track of important messenger conversations. I don't know about you guys, but when I've had many a conversation on Facebook Messenger that when and then a couple of days later, because I'm always having all kinds of communications, if I don't remember the person's name, I can't find them. They get lost in the sea of conversations that I've had. And I can lose an amazing conversation that I was having, and I can't find. There's no way to go back and find out who it is without spending who knows how long going through every single one, opening up the message to find it. Here, we're going to be able to label all of our contacts and manage our contacts within your Facebook group. Your Facebook contacts. So you're going to be able to label them as a new lead, as a warm lead, as a trial user, as a hot lead, a cold lead, whatever fits your business model. I'm going to be able to send bulk messages. So once I've labeled them all something, I can go back and create a message campaign and send them all, put it on a campaign where, like, every 2 or 3 minutes or every 5 minutes, however I set it up, it's going to go out. It won't do it like a text message or an email blast where it does it all instantly, because we need to work within Facebook rules so we don't get caught as a spammer. So we'll go into details on how this works in a moment, but I can send broadcast messages to my entire contact list or segments of my list that are labeled and tagged however I wanted them. So I can now tag and send everybody who's a Marketing Boost member a message, who's a friend of my contact of mine, or everybody who's a vendor of mine, or everybody who's a hot lead, or what have you. So then I can send messages. I can accept friend. With the social lead connector, I can go out and actually start soliciting new friends and target markets. We're going to cover that in a moment. I can target them, so I can go and join other Facebook groups, or I can target ads from somebody else's competitor of mine, and everybody who commented on that post or whatever. I can reach out and have the machine, my robot here. I call this a Facebook robot. It's going to go out and start a conversation with these folks so that I can begin building a relationship. If you use the Facebook Marketplace, this is an amazing platform to manage your contacts again here, so you can do proper follow-up when they said they were interested in your product or service or whatever. You can go back and follow up. You can export all the tagged contacts, etc. So as we go through this, if you want to know more about it, one of the places to go is going to be to marketingboostsolutions.com to see about it. Now, before you go bouncing off to read another website, let's keep you here in the group call, and let's start demoing the product. By the way, did Eric make it onto the call? Eric Yelling?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Eric, we wanted to offer you the opportunity to go first if you're ready.
Sure.
All right, so Eric is going to give us a little bit, see if I can make him stop sharing my screen. Now, Eric's been a long time Marketing Boost member, and we originally launched this, we launched this to beta users only. And so Eric has been a beta user of the My Messenger software and Automation Booster as well, and the Social Lead Connector. So take it away, Eric. Show us how you're using the services, the product.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we do.
Yes.
Okay, so basically what I have here is I have the network marketer group showing. So I'm in affiliate marketing and network marketing, and also software development. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm just looking for people who might be interested in the network marketing opportunities that I have. My niche is basically I would say it's in cryptocurrency, or in a broader sense, it's building wealth. And I have a couple programs that are in that space. And one of the things I do is I introduce cryptocurrency to people who are interested in it, but have maybe been afraid to get involved because it's the wild, wild west and it's very difficult and confusing. And so a lot of people are just, they want to get in, they see the opportunity, but they're afraid to. So as you see here, like I said, I'm in this network marketing group. So obviously one way to go after current network marketers is, or to find future people to join my team, is to offer a program to existing network marketers, because I don't have to sell them on the concept of network marketing. Sometimes, in fact, I was one of these people where network marketing was something that I was very much against, because I never found anything I ever liked. And I frankly wasn't that interested in the concept. And then I found a great program that was kind of more of a hybrid. And the reason I liked it is because I could be 100% passive. I didn't have to do any recruiting and I could make money. And that's kind of how I got started. So now when I'm trying to actually build this and turn it into a business instead of being 100% passive. So I use Marketing Boost as an incentive to get people to maybe watch a presentation or maybe get on a discovery call with me, or also as an extra reward if they choose to join. So I'd give maybe a $100 hotel savings card if they just come and watch a webinar. But if they actually joined, that would be the time when I would give away that trip to Cancun. And also, by the way, my opportunities are global. And so one of the things that's nice is, especially considering the last couple of years, is I can offer a person in Australia a trip to someplace else in Australia if they don't want to leave the country. Or I can offer a trip to somebody in Europe, someplace in Europe. And of course, because I'm located in Las Vegas and Las Vegas is the #1 destination in Marketing Boost, of course, I love inviting people to come to the entertainment capital of the world. So anyway, I'm a network marketer. And as you can see on the lower left-hand side here, Social Lead Connector has started and is running. And if we scroll down, so you see there's been a couple cancel requests. That means that the Social Lead Connector actually put out that request. And there we go. Now we see some numbers coming in. So I just recently restarted this for today's seminar. And so you can see I started with number 43 and it's going through and it's going in once every 5 minutes and selecting those people and then running through a sequence. So if we go up here to here, we'll go in and we'll go to the setup and we're going to go to settings. So just so you can see what I'm doing. So we have our message segments. So I have a standard greeting and close. And if we actually look at the greetings, you'll see I have a whole bunch of different greetings. So it can be hi, hi first name, hey, hey first name, hello, hello first name, greetings, and greetings first name.
Now let me jump in and tell the audience why you do this. So the software is designed to make sure that you can contact 30, 40, 50 people a day, for example. We'd recommend you don't abuse this and get flagged by Facebook as a spammer, so to speak. So one of the things we do with this software is as we invite each person to start a conversation with them, we're making it, and it's going out, every couple of minutes to a different person in this group, where each one is going to be a unique message automatically by this robot, by our Social Lead Connector robot. So first message goes out saying, hi, John. Second one, first one just says hi. Second one says, hi, John. Third one says, hey. Fourth one says, hey, John. Fourth one says, hello, hello, Mary. Hello, and then greetings, John. And so this way, and then of course the main message could be static possibly, and then the end could be different, so that, or even the main message can have some variations to it, so it's not the same message in the middle. And so just as an example of how the software, you initially have to spend a little bit of time setting it up. How long did it take you to set it up originally, for this campaign, for example, Eric?
Well, this portion of it took me maybe, 5 minutes.
Exactly. So setting this up, once you understand what you're doing, takes just a few minutes, and then you're off and going. Go ahead, back to you.
Okay, so so that's this segment area. We're going to go back here, and then we're going to look at my closes. And so here I close my messages with chat soon, hope to chat soon. First name, I hope to hear from you soon. See you later, and gotta go for now, chat soon. Okay, so again, just like Marco was saying on the greeting, different messages. It might be the first greeting with the last close, and then I have different message segments in the middle. And so you'll see where that is next. So then we got our groups. And so you notice I have 5 different sets of groups here. So I have a network marketer new friend request, and then I have the other one that I've been using a lot is Bob Proctor fan. So Bob Proctor, if you don't know who he is, he just recently passed away a couple weeks ago, but he was one of the gurus in the self-improvement space, and he was a teacher of the principles of Napoleon Hill and the book Think and Grow Rich. And so obviously, because I am in the wealth segment and I want to help people grow their passive income, and whether it's through investing in cryptocurrency or being a network marketer and having a business, that's all part of the principles of Think and Grow Rich. And in fact, that's kind of like the Bible that many of us look to for our motivation. And Bob Proctor happens to be a guru in that space. Now, interestingly enough, I have a lot of customers of my own who are Bob Proctor coaches. So I can automatically build relationships off of that because other Bob Proctor followers have seen what I am offering and said, hey, this looks like a good opportunity for me. Well, if it's a good opportunity for one Bob Proctor person, it's going to be another good opportunity for another person who's trained and certified as a Bob Proctor coach. So just so we can look at that real quick, we'll look at the messages I have in there. And so you see I have 2 different messages that I created. And it says, so it starts with my greeting. And then it says, I see we're both Bob Proctor fans and members of his fan club on Facebook. I wanted to reach out to learn if you've had any success implementing any of his teachings and if it has made a difference for you. So just an opener to talk to the person. The other message I have is, I see we're both Bob Proctor fans and members of his fan club. I wanted to reach out to learn if you have achieved any of your goals by implementing any of his teachings. So again, a conversation starter, that's all it is. And again, it takes one of the greetings, takes one of the closes, and then it alternates those different messages. Now, the other one I have, and this is the one that I'm running right now, obviously I'm in a network marketing group. So I have the network marketer new friend request. And if we look at that one, so I have 2 ones in there, and one says, I notice we're both in the same network marketing group. I'm relatively new to this. How about you? And then I'm reaching out since I see we're both in this network marketing group. Have you been in network marketing for a long time? How many MLM opportunities are you presently involved in? The fact is that there's a lot of people who are in network marketing who are not successful. And if they're not successful, I want to find out why they're not successful, because I also have, as an affiliate marketer, I have a lot of education programs that might help them out. I can maybe also offer them marketing boost as a tool to help them grow their business. I can provide marketing education programs so they can learn how to use social media marketing better, or maybe they just found the wrong program. And in fact, a lot of my customers are people that have been in many, many different MLM opportunities and have failed miserably every single time. And then they get into this program that I offer now, and they're successful for the first time, and they're absolutely amazed and they're absolutely thrilled. So I have ways to continue that conversation. I just got to start that conversation somehow. By the way, you noticed on the left that it automatically just added a whole bunch of new people and scrolled the list up. And so now it's on number 62 and Cindy Greenwood. And if I keep talking and you're still watching my screen, we'll see that it goes to another person soon after this. So anyway, those are the messages. So now let's look at how that actually looks in the system. Oh, by the way, then I also have Messenger running, so I can see here. So here's a couple new ones that just came in. Now what I'm doing here is I'm actually using the CRM system. So there's the CRM system. And as you see, I have a whole bunch of different labels, like what kind of lead they are. Are they a friend or an acquaintance? Are they an unsolicited contact? Because when you're in the space that I'm in, we get a lot of unsolicited contacts. And in fact, one of the people I have down here, I'm going to actually change to that. And then I have some other different labels, so I can just segregate the people. Then I have tags. So tags are important because if I want to do a broadcast message to a bunch of people, I can say, okay, I want to make sure that I don't do a message to anyone who is already in a particular group. Or if I want to sell something very specific, like I want to just promote Marketing Boost. Okay, again, I want to make sure that if it's something, I might have tagged something as a prospect who's interested in Marketing Boost. So now I know I can do a broadcast message from here using Messenger instead of just bringing them into an autoresponder and communicating via email or doing it one by one. So I have all of that set up in there as well. Now, if we go into Messenger, you have to use it in the web-based version of it. You can't go into, so for instance, if I come down here, obviously a lot of us, you can see it in here, obviously, as well. But a lot of times, if you don't actually open that up, you just open this up and now you just get a message, and now in here, you can't tag it. So you either want to have the full listing showing so you can add the tag, but if you want to go further than just adding the label, then you go into the full version of Messenger, because now I can go and, so for instance, I have Juan and Normado. So notice it's unlabeled right now. So I can go in, I can see, okay, what do I know about this guy? Okay, oh, we have 22 mutual friends. Now he's just accepted my message at this point. He hasn't accepted my friend. So notice it says you're not friends yet. But I know that this is in the network marketing group. So maybe I want to just start by labeling him as a network marketer. And once I have a label, now I can add tags. And so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to actually put in the tag again as a network marketer. And then ultimately, as I start my conversation with him, I can then add different tags that are going to be important. I can find out what his interests are, because that way I can do the broadcasting and the messaging better. And I have some information I can keep on this guy. And obviously right here, I can.
What about notes? Can you put notes on?
You sure can. You can click on the.
I wanted to see if Eric knew. So if you scroll down to the very bottom there, right next to the little smiley face.
Yeah, in the chat window, you see.
Click on your icon next to the smiley face. Yep.
There you go.
Now you can type specific notes versus just a tag. So here you might say, John said he's involved in 4 different network marketing, including crypto, whatever it is you wanted to type. So now when you log into this guy 3 months from now, you could literally see, you're having a conversation with him again about something. You can open this up and remember, and maybe you jotted down his wife's name was Jane. So now you get in here and you go, hey, how's your wife Jane doing? It'll be like, holy smokes, how do you remember that?
Right. And where that's really important is going to be that obviously, if you're carrying on a conversation and doing basic principles of attraction marketing, that might be a conversation I had 3 months ago. And the only way I would remember it is I'd have to scroll all the way back to the top and I'd have to read through everything again. So just the salient information that you might need to refer back to, you create a quick note on it so you can easily find it again. But obviously I haven't had any conversations with this guy because he's just right in here right now. Certain people I know well enough, like Pedro, I have enough communication with him. I don't really need to do a whole lot with him. Here's a guy that's brand new that came in today. Here's a conversation I'm having with him. I might put in a note, but my conversations have just started. There's Marco. Here's one of my customers. And again, I know him well enough, so I don't necessarily need to have a note on him because I communicate with him on a regular basis. So it really depends on who it is and what I'm tracking on what I want to keep. So that's basically how I'm putting these things together and like building some conversations. I'm trying to think if there's a person I've had some conversations with. There's one guy I had that I know, again, I think I mentioned you sometimes get unsolicited comments or people reaching out to you. And see if I can.
Have you given him any labels or tags? You can search by that.
I did. I just don't. I don't remember which one I did. It was a conversation I had earlier today, and I think I might have deleted him just because after just a little bit of the conversation, I determined that this guy was running a scam. Right. And so it was pretty easy to got to filter through these people. And by the way, that's another thing that I'll do is I might be when I'm talking to a person and like, for instance, I have a video on YouTube. I got an email today. I put out these videos on scam alerts. So I'm reviewing websites in the crypto and the Forex space and deciding whether it is legitimate or a scam. And 99% of them are scams. And this person put a comment in the video and I responded to them and said, okay, well, let's continue the conversation a little bit more. Maybe I can help you. You can reach back. Now I can get them here in Facebook. If they actually have a Facebook profile, I can continue the conversation there. If they're here and I found out that they were scammed, I can offer them a lead magnet. So there's all sorts of ways you can continue the conversation.
So I need to move it to Corey in a moment, but before we do, in the sake of time, can you jump over back to the social lead connector and show us how it is still rolling away and what's going on here? So as you can see,
still on 62.
Yep. Well, it's working on number, I think 54. So you'll see that blue circle rotating. So it's waiting for a specific time, which you put in there for 5-minute intervals. So you would use that as a random interval, but it would be 4.5 minutes or between 5.5 minutes. It would just randomize that time. And it would add Corrine and it would keep on adding every interval, like after every interval. So it will only scroll more if it needs to. But right now it has enough, scroll and numbers given because it's after every 5 minutes, I guess you said.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we when you started talking, I think I saw the name Ruth. So I don't know what number was she. So basically it's
So Julie Gita was the last one.
And if you can just click on
and there's Julie Gita right there.
There we go. And if you can click on go to Messenger and click on the last few messages which are sent, and those messages are sent automatically by Social Lead Connector while we are talking, right? So if you click on all the last few messages which are sent, you'll see how the spin text, which is like the words are rotated and every message goes out is a different version of that message. So for
there's
Julie,
the greetings one,
greetings. Yeah.
And then this one came in and this was the hello. I noticed. This one, I'm reaching out and didn't put anything as the greeting in that one.
Yeah, it would randomize whatever options you put in there.
That one's the same one.
Yeah.
This one, hi, and so here's a conversation I had actually started. I noticed we're in the same group. Hello, nice to meet you. Then I answered and I've asked him a question and he hasn't responded back yet. Let's see, this is another one. Again, didn't put a greeting in that one.
Now, for example, guys, maybe some of you know my goal for 2022 is to be interviewed on at least one podcast every day. And I use this platform. I join podcast groups. I do exactly what Eric showed here. And I've got the system going out, starting conversations with podcasters. Are you a podcaster or a guest speaker? We start a conversation. I tell them I'm a guest speaker and getting ready to launch my own podcast, which I am, by the way. So soon I'll be launching my own podcast and interviewing experts to bring more and more quality content, information, and tools and tips that that all of us can use to grow our marketing efforts. it'll be probably called the Marketing Boost Podcast. So, but anyway, I'm using the platform exactly like this to start conversations and get myself booked on podcasts. And I'm doing that now. Sometimes I get as many as 2 and 3 a day, because my goal here is to get the Marketing Boost message out there without always spending on advertising dollars. And so podcasts I'm finding to be a very effective way. And, you might want to consider doing the same depending upon what your business is. But that's just an example of how this program works. Before we move on to Corey, do you have any last tips there that you can give everybody listening on how this is working for you, or comments?
Well, like I said, you see how fast it can get responses. I just started this up again today. Sometimes I'll turn it off just because it can get overwhelming. And if I have other things on my plate, I don't have time to respond, and you want to be responsive so that they don't think it's 100% a computer. So I try to be responsive. If I know I'm not going to be able to, I shut social lead connector off. But you see, as soon as I turn it on, it comes in, people start coming in rather quickly. And so like just now, just came in that quickly.
Right. And if they start chatting now, another thing you can do, depending upon your business and what you do, how much money you're making, you can get a virtual assistant to help you with this. So you could pay somebody to be focused on this for several hours a day. It doesn't even have to be a 10-hour-a-day deal. You could pay somebody in overseas somewhere to log into your Facebook account here, and for a couple of hours a day, be responding to your people the exact way you want them to respond. You teach them to respond, and you help and have that person help acquire whatever it is you're trying to acquire, set an appointment, or at least, and they don't even have to pretend they're you. They could say, hey, I am Eric's personal assistant, so I'm just reaching back out to you. Yeah, this is what he does. This, he'd love to have a conversation with you. Can I set something up, etc. Just giving you an example.
And by the way, I do have a VA who does other things for me, and I have a VA in the Philippines, and I pay that person $8 an hour.
Yeah, so it's and believe me, $8 an hour in the Philippines is a lot of money. That's a very decent income for people in the Philippines. Believe it or not. All right, so Corey, can you take it away?
Absolutely. And thank you, Eric. I was taking a bunch of notes there and stealing some screenshots as you were going through that.
Me, myself, I was learning like the way you use it. We have the tools, but how you use it also matters. And great stuff, man. Love it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Eric. Really, by the way, thank you. That was great what you shared. And hopefully everybody in this on this call today is taking away some ideas on how they can use a product like this to just be having a flood of leads coming in every day with automated and without having to spend money on Facebook ads. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different approach from Eric, which is awesome, to give you and everybody on here just a new perspective, a different perspective. And for those that have Facebook groups and might not know me, I'm one of the Facebook group gurus in Marketing Boost. But just curious, for those that have Facebook groups specifically, this is going to be very relevant to you. This is going to be relevant to everyone that doesn't have a Facebook group too. But for those that do have Facebook groups, do me a favor in the chat, just drop a thumbs up just so I can get a quick sense of how many folks on the line tonight have Facebook groups specifically. And like I said, what we're going to be talking about is following up. So it's a topic that everybody can get value out of. But for those that know me and for those that don't know me, I work in Facebook groups and I help folks grow their Facebook groups.
So let me give an endorsement to that. Corey's been a Marketing Boost member for a very long time. Corey actually was one we brag about a lot in Marketing Boost because he took his Facebook group, one of his Facebook groups, from 0 to over 10,000 members in less than 90 days using Marketing Boost as contests to virally grow his group. And eventually, I currently, Corey actually runs the Facebook ads that I run to drive traffic to join the group. So, he's definitely been a part of helping me grow the Marketing Boost group. And if you guys have noticed, we have as many as, 20, almost 28,000 members now. So he's doing a good job. Thank you, Corey.
I appreciate that, Marco. And can everybody see my screen right now? Can you drop another like star emoji or a fire emoji in the comments, just so everybody can say that it can see my screen or not, that says Messenger follow-up secrets. Can everybody see that right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different approach from Eric and talking specifically about following up and how I use, here we go, let's do this, there we go, how I use my Messenger CRM in my Facebook group and how you can model it to close new high value clients this week. So a lot of the stuff that Eric just talked about in terms of how he's using Social Lead Connector, you could also use some of these follow-up secrets, so to speak, that we're going to be talking about here. All right. So as Marco suggested a moment ago, and really appreciate the, the kudos there again, Marco. My name is Corey Richard. I'm an agency owner. I'm an online coach, former HubSpot and Wayfair, for if those two companies ring a bell. Worked in corporate America for many years, but been around marketing, advertising, and sales for almost 10 years now, which is kind of insane to think about. And as Marco suggested already, I left corporate America when I had this crazy thing happen with using Marketing Boost and was able to virally grow my travel group at the time from 0 to 10,000 members in 90 days. So we do have another training that we've done recently where I walk through different strategies on how we were able to do that. But that's not for the purpose of tonight's training. So definitely ask Marco for that other training if you want it. But as we all know, fortune's in the follow-up, right? And so I just took a couple of screenshots here that you're going to see from conversations with folks that have entered into my Facebook group. They've told me that they wanted to be private messaged about what we do, which is creating these appointment getting groups, so to speak. And what I do, and it's very methodical, it's very systematized. Okay. So what I'm doing here in this example is I originally asked this individual, hey, like, what sort of business are you in? And then what I do is I say, hey, can I have permission essentially to ask you some questions? Like, that's something that I do. I find that there's a lot of value in that, and it opens up a conversation thread a lot easier, especially when you're trying to sell through Messenger. All right. But as you can see here, I originally asked the question to get permission, right? Doesn't answer. I follow up. Hey, I like to give away some trainings. Do you mind if I ask you some questions to figure out what's great for you? Doesn't answer. Then what do? I send a GIF, right? For those that don't use GIFs in your messaging, try it. Watch what happens, okay? I'm going to talk about a couple of examples of different types of GIFs that you can drop, but you can drop sad GIFs, like I have no friends, like things that you just type into Messenger that gets to unlock a conversation because people look at it and they could say, well, that's just ridiculous. Okay, I'll respond back to Corey. This guy didn't, right? And then what I did is I just asked him, hey, are you still interested in this? And then eventually he responds. Another example, I'm asking, hey, I've been busy, right? Creating some social proof here, because this was an individual, Johan, who wanted to talk, and he wanted to talk, he scheduled, and then asked me to reschedule, and he never scheduled again. How many times has that happened to you? Drop a number 1 in the chat if that's happened to you, where you've scheduled somebody, and then they message you or whatever, and they say, hey, I can't make it, something came up, and then you have them try and reschedule, but they just don't, right? They just go cold for whatever reason. Has that happened to you? Drop a number 1 in the chat if that's happened to you, because it happens to me fairly often. I'm a Facebook group guy, and it still happens to me. So we want to make sure that we follow up with these people. So in this example, I'm using social proof, as I said. I'm saying, hey, I would have followed up with you sooner, but I've been busy with customers and teammates. And that's the truth, right? There's no lying here. Like, I'm busy working with my clients to help them. So why don't we say that to create some social proof indirectly? And eventually he responds, I send my link, and we're able to respond it. respond to it, and get him on the calendar. Does it make sense so far? I know that I mentioned, and I promised you I'd show you how I use my Messenger CRM for this, but I wanted to provide some background on how this works and why it is so important. We all know that we need to follow up because cliche phrase, fortune's in the follow-up. So next question that a lot of you might have, you might say, okay, Corey, like, that's awesome. Great. Like, I know this. You're not saying anything different. The problem that I have is how can I easily track this, right? Because you just threw at me a variety of different things. Somebody scheduled, now they have to reschedule. Like, I'm asking permission to sell them. Am I saying different things to people based on where they're at in my sales funnel? And the answer is yes. All right. And I have a system. I mentioned that I'm a very systematized person, something that I teach. And I do the exact same thing now using my Messenger CRM. So I'll be honest, when this first came out, I said to myself, oh, great. Another software that I need to learn. I want to support Marco. I want to support 𝗏. And once I started really diving into it, I realized that there was a lot of value specifically in the follow-up portion that we're talking about here, right? So how do we do all of this? So I mentioned that I track people, and this might be a little bit nuanced for some of us on our call tonight, but this works for me, right? Just like some of the things that Eric talked about, maybe some of those ideas will work for you. Some of them won't. So take whatever you're learning from us tonight, from all of us, right? And see different pieces that might be able to work in your process, right? So I just wanted to mention that. So I work with a couple of different things. So I have folks that I label in conversation, meaning when we fire off a message to somebody, as some of us have found out with Messenger, not everybody sees our messages, right? And that's why Social Lead Connector is so powerful, like what Eric demonstrated, because when we connect and we become friends, people now see the messages that we're sending because we're friends. But in some circumstances, we might not be friends with them and we're firing off messages, right? In a Facebook group environment, that's what happens for me, right? I'm not friends with everybody that comes into my group, right? So when people do respond, I mark them as in conversation. And I haven't done some of the more advanced pieces that Eric and Marco talked about yet, right? With like sending off mass blast messages. Candidly, I haven't even tried that stuff yet, and I'm excited to do it. So as I'm labeling people, I can figure out, okay, how do I want to message these particular people based on how they're labeled and how I tag them, which candidly, I haven't even really jumped into tags yet, which is why I was taking notes when Eric was going through how he's tagging his contacts. So I have folks that are in conversation. I have folks that I label permission, meaning I've asked them a question saying, hey, I don't know if I can help you yet. Would you mind if I ask you some questions? And I'm going to throw out a spoiler to everybody. The reason why I do this, can anybody guess why I do this? And Marco actually gave the answer a couple of minutes ago. And actually, Eric mentioned some of his experience as well with these types of individuals. The answer is because I don't have to send these messages. I have a virtual assistant that I also work with that send out my follow-up messages. So I label people in a specific way so that my virtual assistant can go into my Messenger, like Margot mentioned, and he could go in and say, okay, based on where people are in Corey's sales funnel, I'm going to respond back with particular messages. If Corey needs to reschedule somebody, I'm going to respond back with specific messages. Okay. And we're going to talk about what those look like. Is everybody cool if I talk about and share with you some of the messages that I use? Is that cool with everybody? Drop another thumbs up. If you can't tell, I'm a huge fan of engagement. I'm not a Facebook group guy if I don't ask for engagement on Zoom calls too. Is it cool if I share my templates with you? Like, I'm not seeing any comments. I won't do it if you don't want to see them. We can end this right now, but I will share them with you if you actually want to see what I do. I got a thumbs up from D, from 𝗏 saying, let's go. Tiffany with the thumbs up. Mark, Charles. All right. Okay. Do it, says Ed. All right, cool. I'll do it. As long as everybody wants to see it. I don't want to waste people's time here. All right. So I mentioned that we have these different labels. I'm working with a virtual assistant. I systematize this so that I don't have to be the one to do it. That makes sense to everybody, right? Because I would rather be messaging the people that are responding and not have to follow up and spend hours of time during the week following up with everybody. If I could teach people how to do it, that makes sense to everyone, right? It's pretty simple stuff. But how do we actually execute this? Because Corey, do you use the exact same messaging? You mentioned that you use a virtual assistant. Like, how does he know exactly like which message to do, like when to do it? Is it the same message every time? The answer is no. So for context, every single thing that I do here in my Facebook group, I systematize it so I can ultimately give it to my clients to do the exact same thing. I'm sure a lot of folks on here might have an agency, they might have their own clients, and they want to systematize processes for the folks that are investing in them, right? To help them. I do the exact same thing. So every single thing that I do, I test it, I pressure test it, and then I give it to my virtual assistant to do, so I don't have to do it, and then I give it to my client. So it goes through a couple of different stages, all right? So I use what's called the global template. Eric, I don't know if you had mentioned this, so I'm glad that I have a chance to mention this feature of my Messenger CRM, because I absolutely love this. And what's amazing about it is, as I mentioned, in this system that I run with this follow-up system, I have a virtual assistant that does it for me. And then all he has to do is press a little button inside of Messenger that pulls up the different templates, and he could select which one to do, and he sends it off. It's very, very easy, right? So just as an example, and we just saw this example in the screenshot that I had for folks that are in conversations, I send a message to them initially, and these are folks in my group that have said, hey, I want you to private message me about what you do. And some people don't respond, right? So I sent that message that we saw a second ago, which was, hey, I have trainings to give to you, but I don't know enough about your business to actually give you these trainings. So I actually need to know some things so I can help you, right? And because I'm being genuine, because I'm being real, a lot of people respond to that. And for folks that don't, we have a follow-up to that, right? So each time, this is actually one that I stole from John Rankin, who's also in Marketing Boost and has gotten a lot of value out of the program, has done some trainings. So sometimes you just want to be ridiculous in your follow-up, right? Like, hey, did you get abducted? Dropping some alien emojis. I mentioned GIFs, right? Like, hey, I'm lonely. Hey, I have no friends. I'm sad. I'm sure some of you have gotten some of these GIFs before. Has anyone ever tried a GIF on you before? Have you ever been in a conversation with a relatively new contact? Maybe you could sense that they were trying to sell you something. Have you ever seen somebody drop a GIF as a follow-up to you in a messenger conversation before? I'm just curious with the folks that we have on here, if anyone's ever seen that as a follow-up tactic, because number one, if you're not, then that's good, because a lot of people aren't using it, and that means that you should be using it. And if you have, that's good too, because it means that people are using it in their sales process, and it's something that you should strongly consider. So hope that that's something that everybody takes to heart, because it's a really simple, easy follow-up tactic that unlocks conversations that may have gone dead, right? Because conversations do die if we don't follow up. Okay. Is this making sense to everybody? Is everybody following? This is not brain surgery, right? And this is a really, really simple way of using my Messenger CRM. And as I mentioned before, if there are parts of my process that you really like, steal them, right? Because I'm sure everything that I do isn't going to resonate with you. It's similar to what Eric showed and similar to what Marco showed as well. But just make sure that you're still in bits and pieces. You're writing things down. Okay. So for those that aren't aware of my presentations in the Marketing Boost group, there are certain things that I like to end my presentations with. For those that caught the virtual summit, there's some value that I like to give away for those that pay attention and actually want to do this. So my question to everybody, and you can say no to this, totally cool. You could say no to this. Who wants to avoid doing all this yourself? Everything that I just showed you, like my way of following up using my Messenger CRM. Who wants to avoid doing all of this yourself and save 3 to 4 hours every week instead? Is anybody like saving time? Like for those that like the follow-up stuff, I'm seeing lots of me from Ernesto, D, Taffety, Cassandra. There we go. Marco, now I know even more. Like if you give value, it wakes people up, I guess. All right, awesome. Lots of people saying me. For those that want to avoid doing this yourself, there are people on here that want to do it themselves. I guess you can. Who wants my step-by-step messenger follow-up SOP? For those that don't know what SOPs are, they stand for Standard Operating Procedures. All right. And the VA explainer videos. Who wants that? Everything that I just talked about. Lots of me's. David saying, let's go. Would love it. Stefan dropping some fire. Awesome. Diane. Who wants the step-by-step SOPs? Because imagine if I didn't actually give this to you now. That'd be horrible of me, right? So extra bonus as well. So not only that, who wants 25 ways to grow their group faster? I know not everybody on here is a Facebook group person. That's totally cool. But this is just something that I like to give away. Marco gave me the plug when I started off. So might as well give away some more value of this is a free resource that I give away to folks that want to learn how to grow their Facebook group and do it passively without just running ads to do it. So for those that want it, looks like there's a lot of me's coming in. I'm throwing out way too much value here, Marco. I don't think I should do this. I actually think I should take away this offer now because I think I'm doing too much. What about another bonus? Is it cool if I give you another bonus for those that don't know? Are you going to show up to another Corey presentation? Like, is that something that you'll probably want to come to again? All right. What about another bonus?
Give it away.
All right, if Marco's asking for it, I guess I'll give it away. Is it okay if I over deliver? Is that cool? Because it's free. For those that couldn't recognize that already. Is that all right? Absolutely. All right, cool. So for those that do want access to the free messenger templates, free SOPs, group growth resources, I think this was on a previous slide. By the way, the messenger templates and the SOPs, this is for real, and I think some of my clients are actually on this presentation tonight. The SOPs are not even available yet to my clients. They're going to be soon, so this is like a first look, first access to the actual SOP docs that I'm using with my virtual assistant to offload that entire process of following up using the system that we just covered. So as I said, don't tell my clients, shush. But they're coming soon to everybody that's already a client, but you don't have to be a client to get access to this. But I just wanted to mention it. So how do I actually get access to it, Corey? So what you want to do, there are two different ways you can do it. One is just join my Facebook group. Just search for We Grow Groups on Facebook, click, accept or join, answer the questions, enter it. I'll give you access because I know that everybody that's going to be joining is from Marketing Boost. So you get access to all the SOPs. These are just for folks in Marketing Boost tonight. As I said, my private clients don't even have access to this. So that's why everybody shush about it. And don't tell anybody that you're getting access to it. So you can go to We Grow Groups on Facebook or just type in go.wegrowgroups.com/download. This is all completely free. I'm just giving it away because Marco and team really have just been so awesome to me and my business over the last couple of years because they've been so valuable to my business, right? As you mentioned, growing another Facebook that group that I have in travel from 0 to 10,000. So it's the least that I could do. As I said, it's completely free, no obligations or anything like that. So all that you need to do, just search for We Grow Groups on Facebook or go to go.wegrowgroups.com/download and you can get access to it. And if you're already a member of my group, just shoot me a message and I'll make sure that you get access to the SOP doc, the group growth bonus and all that stuff. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, to Marco, to the Market Boost team, to Eric, to Alok, everybody that's had a hand in Social Lead Connector, my Messenger CRM. It's an incredible tool for those that might be on the fence. Just give it a try. As I said a couple times already, there might be things from my process that you really want to try. There might be things with Eric's process, Alok's process, Marco's process, but just get in there and start doing it and start leveraging the platform, because now you have a couple of ideas from folks that are actually using the platform on how you can get value from it. And you don't have to feel like you're stuck or anything. And I'm also here to help answer questions for folks in Marketing Boost specifically that want to understand a bit more about what I do on the My Messenger CRM front. So I know that was a mouthful, Marco, but I guess this is what we get sometimes when you invite me to presentations in our awesome community here. Hope that was helpful.
It was very much so. Thank you very much. So guys, quick plug again. How do you get this software we've been talking about? You go to marketingboost.com, marketingboostsolutions.com rather, marketingboostsolutions.com, and you can get this this combo package of both the My Messenger and the Social Lead Connector. It is only $47 a month for the package of both. So you can get the My Messenger by itself for $37, the My Messenger CRM and the Social Lead Connector for only $47 a month combined. Or if you were to go to, if you don't have a complete CRM system, you might want to consider this. Many of you may or may not know about Automation Booster. This is a complete platform, CRM platform that takes care of everything from your funnel building to your lead, to your email, text messaging, voicemail broadcasting, plus you get all of Automation Booster and this additional products here for only $97 a month for the CRM platform, and with the self-service, build your own sales funnels, etc. And within here or you can come in here and book a demo. If you go to automationbooster.com, you can book a demo with Kelly or Mark Mullet, who are two team members who can walk you through how Automation Booster works and what it can do for you, and how you can get all of three services: the CRM, Automation Booster CRM, and Social Lead Connector, and My Messenger, which includes, automating your Marketing Boost incentives, going out the door automatically, etc. We've also got some other great news. Alak, can you tell us about the up and coming products we're working on right now?
Yeah, Michael. Thank you so much for bringing me on. And Eric, I learned a lot, man. I'm the founder of the tools, but trust me, I'm learning from you as well. And same with you, Corey. You organize your skills, man. It's amazing. I need to learn from you how to organize my stuff. So I'm a very random guy, right? I'm a creative guy who comes up with ideas and stuff, but organization is not my thing, right? It's a different part of my brain, which is just literally dead, I guess. It's just one creative zone which is working. But thanks, Marco, and thanks everyone for being here. So Eric pretty much demoed what Social Lead Connector is and how and why you should use it if you want to connect with your leads, like your target audience, and you pretty much want to automate that, and with fraction of the cost. Like, you can hire a VA, they can do it manually, but hey, if you want to automate that whole thing, it's just a fraction of a cost. I think it's $47, which is a no-brainer a month, in my opinion. But so that Social Lead Connector, which goes out, finds people, adds them so that they become your friends, so that you start a communication. In fact, Social Lead Connector also sends the first outgoing message on your behalf, which is a conversation starter. And we just saw how Eric demoed, like, every message that goes out, you can literally program it the way, and when I say program, you don't need to do coding. It's just you have to do a few things, set up it properly so that it sends out a different version of a message. So you are pretty much safe. There are many things which keeps you safe, like, time limitations and all that. But one of the biggest thing is you're literally sending a different version of a message every single time, which keeps you very safe in Facebook's eyes. Because Facebook, has anyone been banned by copy pasting and sending so many messages, like, for 24 hours and you can't send any more messages? Has anyone been banned here? Let me know. I see Corey raising hand. I see Stephen. So yeah, if you've tried that, you understand, like, Facebook is keeping an eye on everything that you're doing. So you want to be safe, right? So that's Social Lead Connector, which does everything for you. But then now the conversation has started. You're communicating with those people. What do you do? Like, how would you track those conversations? How would you sort out your conversations? How would you know when to follow up and all that? That's where Corey did a fantastic job at explaining how you would do that. The third piece, which we just hinted, but we didn't talk much about, was broadcasting. So let's say you're talking, Eric was talking to so many people, but they didn't start the conversation, or they were not ready. But they are still in your conversations, like, they're still in your communication, like in Messenger. What if 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, things change, people get, in business, I mean, they come back and they want to get started again later. How would you reach out to them. So that's where we have a broadcast feature. I don't know how much time have we got, Marco. I don't want to go too much into technical details.
Well, we don't want to get too technical right now. But
yeah, correct. I'll just talk about the theory of what the broadcast feature is. So basically, we also have a broadcast feature, which lets you schedule a broadcast, a particular message, which again, you can program it in a way that every message that goes out is a different message, which goes out, and you can send a message to a particular label or a particular tag, which means you're literally reigniting or starting a new conversation after a while. Adding them and starting a conversation right there and there is yes, maybe 20% of your audience would reply back and you would start a conversation. But what about the other 80% who don't start a conversation with you? That's where the broadcast feature would come in and help you out. That feature is in My Messenger CRM. And like I said, I can talk about this for hours, but there is a way you can reach out to anyone and everyone and sort and tag people through My Messenger CRM. Not only that, we're working on integrations on My Messenger CRM, which directly connects to Automation Booster, which means from My Messenger CRM, if you label or tag anyone, it would literally take that data and push it into Automation Booster. Now, it's a very technical things we are talking about. If you don't know what Automation Booster is, you should surely get in touch with Marco and schedule a call, because that is a piece of software which is all-in-one software for everything sales and marketing you are doing. So we are working a direct integration for Automation Booster, which will directly push data to and communicate between the softwares. So that was one more way you can start a conversation which is fallen back or died, right? Now, we're thinking, how else can we start a conversation? Because it's all, at the end, if you want to grow your business, it all depends on how many conversations are happening, right? So we all constantly thinking on how else can we start a new conversation with our friends or, people who are following us on Facebook. That's when we came up with a new concept, and Marco, is that okay? Can I just hint what is coming?
Drop it out there.
Okay. So who does anyone know which is, I want to ask the audience here, and feel free to unmute and let me know which is the most engaged post you've ever made on your profile. So is there a particular post which gets the most amount of engagement ever? Does anyone know? Feel free to unmute or just drop it in the chats.
Welcome posts.
Well, that's because you're a group guy.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's biased answer.
In the groups, if you have a Facebook group, yeah, you have a welcome post, which pretty much everyone sees because that's the first post on the top. But what about your personal profile? Which is the particular post which gets the most amount of engagement?
Everybody's
vacation giveaway, pinned, birthdays. Oh, George, you nailed it. There we go. So, tell me if I'm wrong. Have everyone had a birthday and that was the day when out of the blue you've got someone else who've never spoken to you would wish you a birthday? Has that happened to you ever?
Of course.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
I get birthday wishes from people I've not even seen before or not even communicated before, but they still wish me birthday. Why? Because we like wishing people birthdays. It just makes us happy, but more than that, it makes that person happy and it makes that person's day because it is his birthday or her birthday, right? So how about we automate that piece as well? Would that be okay if we automate wishing birthdays to people and starting a new conversation on their birthdays? Yeah, that's something which we're working on and we would be releasing very soon. What's coming is a software, again, similar to Social Lead Connector, which would literally, and if you know on Facebook literally tells you which of your friends have a birthday today, right? So the software would go out there, find those friends, send them a birthday message on your behalf. Again, you just have to set it up once and forget it. You have to set it up and forget it, and it would just go out there and wish everyone on their birthdays. Guess what? That is one more way of starting a new conversation with them, which if you're strategic enough, you can lead it to a sale, an appointment or whatever.
And by the way, will we be able to set that up to send the happy birthday message maybe the day before their birthday?
We are working on that. So what we're working on is you can start a conversation before the birthday, on the day of the birthday, and after the birthday.
There you go. So at least, because if you send it the day before, then you're going to be the only one. You're going to be saying, hey, I know your birthday's tomorrow, so happy birthday. And you beat everybody to the punch. And so now you started the conversation before everybody else, and you'll never forget anybody's birthday again who's one of your Facebook contacts. And guess what else you're going to be able to do? You're going to be able to maybe include, if you want, a marketing
send them on a vacation,
a marketing boost incentive as a birthday wish. So you'll be able to, potentially set it up with a restaurant savings card or a hotel savings card or a complimentary hotel stay, and saying, hey, on your birthday, this is take me up on this offer. I'm giving you a free trip. The whole point is it's a way to help you to immediately find a way to use Marketing Boost, to help you use Marketing Boost and engage your prospects, engage your contacts, engage your clients, and never miss a birthday again with all of your Facebook contacts. So that's coming soon. I'm super excited about that, guys. What do you guys think? Would that be something you could see a benefit for in your business context?
Well, think about it this way. Facebook allows you to add maximum 5,000 friends. I'm not sure who has maxed that out apart from Marco. I'm still 2,000 something. And when I say friends, it's my target audience who I want to connect with. So out of 5,000, it would be easily between 5 to 10 people would have a birthday every day. Like currently with 2,000 something, I have on an average 5 to 10 people every day who has a birthday. So think about it this way. You said it once, and every single day, 5 or 10 conversations are started on your behalf without you doing anything at all. Would that help your business? How much would that be worth? Think about it in terms of how much money you can make with one of them closing as a client.
Be very useful.
You don't have to do anything, mind you. It's automated.
All right. So thank you very much. A lot that's coming soon. Let me go back to my sharing. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. You guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So one more plug from our sponsor, automationbooster.com, guys, gets you everything we talked about today, including the both My Messenger and Social Lead Connector and the full CRM platform of Automation Booster, which provides, you name it, guys. We kind of go through this here. You get a complete platform to capture, nurture your leads from email marketing, text messaging, voicemail broadcasting, plus the sales funnel builder, website builder, two-way communications with your clients, all in one platform like you've never seen before. I've never seen any other platform this robust in all my 30 years of marketing. So you've got to go see this, that we offer exclusively to Marketing Boost members at only $97 a month for all 3 services. If you already have a CRM and don't need that, you can go to marketingboostsolutions.com, and you can get just the My Messenger and Social Lead Connector platform right here. The combo is only $47 a month for the 2. Very powerful tools, 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can get it, test it, use it, and if it's not working for you, we're glad to give you your money back. Many of you on the call were actually beta users, so if you're still a beta user, I think you all have until the end of March. So make sure you start using it. Set it up, practice it, get it, use it, and you'll see that this is a very, very powerful tool that you should be taking advantage of. You may have signed up as a beta user, and sometimes it's hard to find time to set things up, but take a few minutes, and it's really not a big deal at all. We also have a Facebook group support here it's called Marketing Guys, and here we are providing support back and forth for all of the services that we just talked about. So if you do sign up for one of the services, you can come over here and join this and be one of our users in here and help each other out. So anybody want to open up to questions? Let's open up to questions for those that are still on the call.
I forgot to mention one more thing. So sorry, whoever it was, just one sec. So I've also there's a lot of support and stuff coming. We're still working on bringing in more support and everything. So whoever are the beta users, thanks so much for being patient. I've hopped on call with few of you guys one-on-one and helping you guys out. So basically we're gonna have, so apart from the Marketing Boost Solutions group, we'll have a dedicated group for each tool where we'll keep communications just in that group. So that's also coming, and it's going to be a closed group only for the users who are using the software. So that's coming. So there's a lot of good stuff coming. So if you've not used it yet, this would be a reminder for you to start using it, because you've seen how Eric and Corey have taken it to the next level, I guess. And they're seeing results already. And Marco is the one who leaded the way. I mean, he's getting booked on podcasts crazy. So I think I need to start doing that as well. But yeah, open for anyone and everyone to any thoughts or comments you got, or I would like to hear from anyone else who have used it as well. I think Eric wants to speak something. Eric, go ahead.
Yes, I want to ask, so being a part of Marketing Boost for the past, 3-4 years now, this is a side, as far as payment wise, this is on the side, right? This is something different from Marketing Boost currently.
That's correct. It's an add-on to,
Thanks for that question, Susan. Is there any risk? 100%. There is always a risk, but we are giving you the best possible solutions to avoid not being in that risk. Now, with any automation, you have to be careful, especially on Facebook or any social media platforms. We have few recommendations which we give, and if you just follow that, you would be safe and under the radar. But hey, like any tool, you can either use it or abuse it. So I hope that answers that.
So Ed asked the question. Ed asked the question, isn't there an upfront payment for Automation Booster? There is, only if you need the full done with you service, where we're going to build your sales funnels for you and set up your automation, set up your workflows, set up your pipeline, set up your campaigns. So if we're going to be helping you do all that, we do charge for that. If you have used services like ClickFunnels before, or Conversion Pros, or other similar platforms, you're going to find this to be substantially more user friendly, and you can do it. If you can do it on your own, then there's no additional fee, and $97 a month covers all three of the products. Someone asks here, is this related to Go High Level? We are Automation Booster is our white label version of Go High Level. So it is the most powerful platform on the planet right now. It's outperforming ClickFunnels, because we provide everything in one here. So you're getting the funnel builder, which is better than ClickFunnels. You're getting the all of the CRM platform in one here. ClickFunnels is trying to catch up, and they're funded with recently over $60 million for programming and developers, and they're continuing to improve every day. So this is our white label version of it. I've been using the Automation Booster for years for all of our other brands, for RedeemVacations.com, for Book VIP, for other companies that we own. And I finally decided, I need to just make this available to all Marketing Boost members, because the platform is very, very powerful for communications with your clients, from building, from reputation management, soliciting testimonials and reviews, for email, for text messaging, for voicemail broadcasting. Many of you have joined our Facebook group. You might have gotten a voicemail from me. That's an example of the ringless voicemail that goes out. All of this is automated. So it's an incredible platform there, and you can get it all. So if you have Go High Level, the question here, so if I already have Go High Level, the Marketing Boost Solutions connection would be the best connection. Yes, if you already have Go High Level, you could just go to Marketing Boost Solutions and get the additional 2 softwares that we talked about here tonight. Unlike the one thing that we do have with Automation Booster, you won't get anywhere else, is we include all of these 3 products for one low price. So it's better than going directly to Go High Level.
Christopher says this is so legit. Thank you for making this available to us. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Yes. More questions. Anybody else got questions? Feed them our way.
I think 𝗹𝗶𝗱𝗲 asked, can you search by keyword for specific type of people, example doctors? Yeah, so in Social Lead Connector, you can search by keywords, and you can also, like, you can put positive keywords which you want the tool to go out there, search and connect with, but you can also put negative keywords. Like, hey, if you don't want to connect with certain people, like, I don't know, nothing against you, Eric, your niche is network marketing, but if you don't want a network marketing people to join you, and if the tool finds network marketing or MLM in their profile, you can avoid those people as well. So just an example, like there is a search capability, like keywords capability in there.
Cool. All right. So if you got questions, now's the time to ask. I don't want to keep everybody on the phone longer than you've certainly been here longer than I expected. It's been an hour and a half since we started. I really appreciate everybody's time. Someone here says, sorry I was late. Is the product training in video format? We did record this, and it will be available to all of you who registered. So we'll be emailing you all a link to watch the replay of this.
And in regards to particular software, like, you know, how-tos and all that, like I said, I've created separate groups for separate tools, so which you can just join if you're a user, and there will be video trainings in that group.
Cool. So again, marketingboostsolutions.com for these two softwares we talked about today, and for the full CRM platform and these two softwares, it's automationbooster.com. All of these links I have put in the chat here. So before we close the meeting, you want to go grab these links that I'm putting in the chat right now, so you can easily find your way there. Here it goes. Boom, Automation Booster. And thanks again so much for your time, everybody. Let's go now and watch the State of the Union. It's almost time. All right, guys. Love you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your experience. Eric, thank you very much. Eric, thank you very much. I mean, Eric and Corey, thank you very much for sharing a lot. Thank you for everything you've done as well. And stay tuned, guys. We'll be looking forward in a few weeks to the birthday tool to never miss a birthday again, and automate incentives to all of your contacts for the birthday. Spark those conversations and get your product in front of people. Thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Eric and Corey.
Have a good night, everybody.